We've become a nation of coffee drinkers. Every high street across the country is now littered with familiar brands selling our favourite hot drink. And whether we drink takeaways or make our own, what we might not realise is that our latte or mocha is generating huge amounts of coffee waste. Now researchers at the University of Surrey have turned polluting coffee waste into electricity. Dr Claudio Avignone-Rossa and his team have discovered that the community of microbes found in a wastewater treatment plant could hold the key to degrading coffee waste, which is highly damaging to the environment. The microbes eat the waste, producing energy, which can be captured as a small electric current, enough to light a bulb. This type of device, called a microbial fuel cell, has not been used to treat coffee waste before and marks an exciting development.
We are very excited because what we found is that in 9 months we were able to set up a system, a working system with coffee waste, and we also were able to set up a very low cost device using domestic material, household materials. And that was very exciting because we didn't expect that to be successful so quickly.
Waste from coffee production is a huge global problem and is a particular issue in developing countries where the infrastructure doesn't always exist to process the waste, and so it ends up in watercourses which become contaminated.
In coffee there are two types of waste, yes. One is called the waste coming from the primary processing of the coffee, which is done in the farms, and that is a solid material with a lot of flesh from the fruits that contain a very large amount of organic matter, which is highly pollutant, and the system normally is not prepared to dispose of that waste in a proper manner. The other type of waste is that produced in the coffee industry for the production of instant coffee, and instant coffee generates large amount of ground coffee, the same coffee we see in the coffee shops, but is in industrial amounts. So that also contains a very large content of organic matter.
Simple microbial fuel cells can be built for only a few pounds or even pennies using household materials, meaning they're low cost and easy to construct. It could also help to relieve a huge drain on water supplies, as coffee production requires vast quantities of water. The device that Dr Avignone-Rossa and his team have developed proves it's possible. The next step is to scale the device up.
I think the next step is to set up a system, a working system in a farm, just to prove that we can scale this from this lab to a real place, in the field. That will create a system that can be transported to other places, not only in one particular farm in one particular country, but there are, a very large number of countries producing coffee that would be a benefit with this type of devices, of systems. So, yeah, we expect that this can expand to other places. I didn't expect it to be so attractive to people. Possibly because of coffee. The coffee effect is important. It's something that most people drink every day, so it's something that you never think what's behind the production of coffee. We take it for granted. But at the moment, people are possibly realizing that, well, there is an extreme environmental effect of coffee production.
There's already been a great deal of interest in the concept, and the researchers hope that if their devices are used successfully in places like Colombia, they may be able to interest large coffee companies in Europe, where roughly 1/3 of the world's coffee is currently consumed.